Eva here, Mentor everyone. So today I am going to be playing Secret Order 6 Bloodline. I've previously played all of them except for number 1, which isn't available on Steam. This is the third last one in the series, and I've had mixed feelings about the previous ones. So, yeah, let's get into it. And I'm just going to quickly check that you can actually hear me. Yes. Okay. I might have some issues getting the visuals working, so bear with me.
Throughout history, there have been rumors about plants with fantastical powers. Most turned out to be nothing more than fairy tales and myths. But once in a long while, there's a grain of truth behind the legends. The flower of life is said to be a cure for any illness. What if someone discovered it was real? Think of it. A world free of disease. Then again, what if the power to control life itself fell into the wrong hands?
Ooh, that was quite a intense beginning. I have high hopes for the storyline of this one. Sounds like my sort of, slightly dark, not too dark thing. Okay, so first thing I'm going to do is change. Well, that's not what I wanted. Change this volume because I often find that these things have far too high music. Ooh, you can't control the voices. That's a disappointment. Just have to hope the voices aren't too quiet or too loud. And I'll turn the brightness up because I'm having trouble seeing it. Okay, so we've got a bonus chapter to play after the main game. By the way, it's quite rainy here, so I'm really hoping that the internet will hold up in the weather. I'm just going to play on casual because I don't think there's any achievements for playing on the harder levels. Let's see.
I haven't seen my mom in almost a year. I can't wait to catch up with her. It's been a rough few months. I was a little nervous about traveling somewhere so remote, but it's really beautiful here. Everything's going off without a hitch.
So much for going off without a hitch. I do not need a tutorial.
Sarah, dear, it's so good to see you. I'm sorry it's under these circumstances. That man in the water is my former colleague, Alberto Zweistein. I'll tell you everything, but first I need your help pulling him ashore.
Well, you sure sound very calm for someone who just saw a guy potentially. Oh, now your hands are over your face. Yeah, sure thing. Sorry, I've read too much Agatha Christie to believe you. Dear Sarah, I hope you're doing well. Sarah's the name of my character, by the way. Hope you're doing well. I have some exciting news I'd love to share with you. You can reach the camp where I'm stationed by renting a boat. It's just a few hours up the river. Just tell them you're my daughter and the locals will help you out. See you soon. Love, Mum. Ooh, we get to see her mum in this game. Previously, we've had games with her father in them. He's a member of the Secret Order of the Griffins. A rope puzzle. Bah. I don't know if there are any collectibles in this game. Sometimes there's hidden objects around the screens that maybe they change and they're called morphing objects, or you can see things that stand out like flowers or dragon eggs or something. Oh, a drink. This must be the Bloodline. Oh, that's not what I meant to do. I was trying to see if I could click on that purple thing there. Fix before next light. Electronics, door handle, instructor, navigation. Okay. Have a jewel knob and a jewel with cable. I'll take the cable off. Jewel knob on. Okay, taking the umbrella apart. I've got a broken stretcher. Yeah, that's all I've got so far. Rope can't hold my weight. Yep, just gonna hook that dead body there.
I'll stay with him. Please fix the stretcher and bring it over from the pier.
Or is he not dead yet? He's not dead yet. Okay. Okay, needle and thread. Oh, he doesn't look very healthy. Oh, that's my mum. Okay. Hello,
I
Mum.
have to check his vital signs. Sarah, could you look in the first aid cabinet and bring me some things I need? I'll let you know what to look for once you open it.
Yes, the traditional healing someone. Haha, that was a morphing object. See? Turned into a paper plane. And some sort of puzzle. And it didn't tell me how many of them there are. That's unfortunate.
Please, put the blood pressure meter and its parts in the wooden box.
Oh, actually, there's a blood pressure pump. Thought it was a compass. Don't think I need a corkscrew right now. And now I need the cuff. I hate getting my blood pressure taken.
Now I need the infusion kit.
Okay. I'm guessing you need syringes for that. And where'd I find that corkscrew earlier? The paintbrush. Where on earth did I find the corkscrew? There it is. Now I need the infusion. Yeah, but let me see if that goes in there. That goes in there. Okay, gotta put a white cross.
I'll also need my stethoscope. He's in bad condition. Alberto infiltrated the Dragon Clan's nearby research facility. As a scientist, he worked to delay their evil projects while I was searching for the Flower of Life. He must have been caught and questioned. A healing agent should help him, but it needs to be mixed in the lab. Please, take my bungalow key and bring me the laboratory key card.
Okay, so we've still got the same villains from the last couple of games, the Dragon Clan.
I found this cube in the jungle. It levitates, almost like it's magical. I'll investigate it more tomorrow.
Bringing home the mystery cube. Definitely not going to get any danger from that. No siree. Oh, it's a pencil sharpener. How cute. I'm sorry, I really like the way these bad guys kidnap people. It's
You know
just,
where to find the flower.
it's so over the top.
I'm sure of it. You're a spirited
Ooh,
one.
robots.
I can't wait for the
Oh, that guy again.
interrogation.
Didn't I beat him last time? Now he's got a robot hand. Okay. So now I'm on my own. Pennington. Mystery cube. According to my translations of the inscription, a unique dagger or blade should slide in here. The script refers to this as the eagle ability. I'm not 100% sure, but it sounds like once the cube is awakened, this ability will activate to reveal hidden places. If my translations are correct, this cube is believed to contain ancient helper spirits. Whoever activates it can use its special abilities. Very promising. Strange and looks incomplete. Oh, I can turn it by the looks of that. The key to these games is just click on everything. Investigate everything and steal everything. Wednesday, the flower of life was believed to hold a cure for all diseases. The shaman shrouded the flower in secrecy as a safeguard against it falling into the wrong hands. This is what I figured out so far. The temple that I think holds the flower of life looks like this. Deep in the jungle, along the ravine of broken hearts, and close to the Emerald River. Oh, there's my pencil, so I can sharpen the pencil. Don't know why I need a pencil yet, but I had a sharpener, therefore I must need a pencil. One was torn off, maybe I can fill in the blank. Okay. Oh, I've still got the pencil there, so there's something else I can do. Okay. Need the exact ratio to start mixing the healing agent. Okay, so I need 4 red, 2 green, 1 yellow, 3 purple. They had this same puzzle in the last game. And the 4 was difficult. I did that wrong. Did I? Ugh. No, I did it right. I just forgot a couple of steps. I'm about to put in one of those. Yep, there we are. 2 green, 1 yellow. I can do the yellow pretty easily. Okay, next is green. Green needs 2. Okay, automatically connected, that makes sense.
Kyrian took your mother? It's all my fault. They had no idea that their experiments were failing because I sabotaged them. And I got caught. Their serum wasn't finished, but I couldn't fight it. I told them everything. Even about the Flower of Life and how it might complete their work. I said your mother had almost found it. Please, hurry. If she found its location, the coordinates must be hidden somewhere. Fly there and find the flower before the dragons do.
Okay, so first up, if if your enemy has a truth potion, no matter how close they are to having it perfected, don't let people, like, don't let your spies and your moles know anything that they could possibly give up. Like, yeah, what's inside the coconut? I should open it up. Cute little monkey. Okay. Now I've got a little monkey that will help me, and I'm carrying him in my pocket. I've prepared for this all my life. Thank you, Guybrush Threepwood. There's a monkey in my pocket. He's stealing all my change. His stare is blank and glassy. I suspect that he's deranged. Okay. I'm sure I saw an opening for an eel emblem somewhere. But I don't think it was here. It's probably in the cabin. Okay, I still need 1 more wine before I can do that. Yeah, get the little monkey to climb it. Thank you, buddy. Little cutie pie. Hidden object puzzle. Okay, magnifier, ribbon, orchid. There's an orchid. Oh, it's moving slightly. Oh, that's messing with me. I get travel sick very easily. Brush and apple. That's an apple. Ruby shell key. That's a shell. That's probably a ruby. Yep. Okay. We've also got weird heart, duct tape, compass, and book that need something done to them. So there's the book. There's the duct tape. There's a knife. That looks like half a heart. Oh, there's that key. Now we also need a compass, a ribbon, and a brush. Brush, 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 brush. There we go. Yes. Okay. Now I can put those together. Aha. That's where it was. I was almost caught by Kieran, the Dragon Clan's leader. While I was tampering with their experiment, I volunteered to come here and sabotage the Dragon Clan's efforts to develop a serum that would enslave people. Okay. The serum is unstable, but they've managed to improve it despite my efforts. What if they learned more about the Flower of Life? Kieran regarded this ancient dagger as extremely valuable, so I stole it. Every opportunity I get to set him back puts a smile on my face. Not sure what that was about. Okie dokie. Time to go stab the cube. Ooh, I have the cube. Okay. So I think I'm looking for a square with a cross in the center, like seen on the upper right side of the circle. Now it's something a bit more microchippy. Now another shape I can't describe. And finally a square within a square within a square. The Flower of Life will remain unknown until the truth in here is shown. Stone disc and microfilm. Is the microfilm what I was trying to use here? Yes, it is. Oh, there's a map here. I was looking for it over the left side of the screen where it usually is. Okay, so that exclamation mark probably means there's something I can do there. That indicates I'm here, and I don't know what that's about. Okay, it just reveals the key. And we'll see about fast travel. Yep, fast travel enabled. Good. August 1, advisory, 2 small planes reported missing after entering Zone 6B. Avoid region until further notice. I need the coordinates. Now I've got the wires. Oh, it's another shape puzzle. Okay, let's see. Let's start with blue. I'm just going to move these because it's very hard for me to see when they're just kind of flooping all over the place, you know. So you need a that and a Z. There we go. And green needs like an opposite of the Big Dipper. That's the top side. That looks right. So now I just need like a kind of a stylized J. That looks right, but it didn't seem to light up. Oh, of course not. Because there is no upwards tick. So I just needed to kind of Z. There we go. So purple I need that. And that. Red needs that. And floop-de-loop-de. Tika Nita, hello, yay for fast travel. I agree, fast travel is so good. It's very frustrating in these games when you have to go through every single screen just to get somewhere. Especially the cutscene. Oh no, the plane crashed. Who could have foreseen this? Can't reach extinguisher. Ooh, this is exciting. Oh, you should have seen one of the previous games. The bad guys were so corny. It was hilarious. This one guy, he disguised himself as my dad and then just pulled his face off in front of me to reveal that actually he's the bad guy called like Master Blade or Fire Soul or, you know, some absolutely over the top. Oh, my poor little monkey. He's still in my pocket. Yeah, get you some fresh air for that. Oh, I've got a key now. Tell you what though, this music, that's some definite Jumanji style music there. Need a wrench. Nothing else to do there. Oh no, it's a skeleton. See, this is why you don't just walk into jungles and start pulling on things. Okay, so we've got a bag with machete. Matching griffin emblem. Now I have a machete. I'm pretty sure that's a morphing object. Oh, there's a lot of collectibles on this page. To be careful, so-called bromine. Okay, it's liquid nitrogen. This cover has got to go. Small and thin. Don't think I've got any small and thin things here. I have all the Secret Order games, but I haven't played any yet. I have a backlog of no things to play. They're my favourites. Oh, well, I'm glad that you've stopped by. I really like these games as well. Although this particular, the Secret Order games are a bit off for me. Like the storyline's just a bit too laughable. I did play this one actually that was very borderline scary, actually. Where, oh, it was the typical, haunted mental asylum, absolutely over the top, as they always are, but it actually managed to be a little bit scary despite the cliche. I'm not sure about too campy because I quite like it when things are a little bit laughable. It's can't always be going around playing completely serious games, So when you say you have all the secret order games, do you also have the first one? Because it's not available on Steam, so I haven't been able to play it. Okay. I was wondering if I'd missed it somehow, if there was some secret way to get access to it. I should direct sunlight on the flower for it to bloom. Do I have anything shiny? No, but I've got a bag and a griffin. And what looks like part of a molecule. I got mine from Steam too. There was a bundle. Yes, I got that bundle as well. For some reason I bought the third one, the one where you have a little baby griffin as a pet. I bought it ages ago. And then recently these ones were on sale in the bundle, and I was like, you know what? I can spend what, $20 on 8 games. Yeah, once it gets to a certain price point, it doesn't really matter whether the game's good or not, as long as it entertains you. And these have definitely been entertaining. Users build something, but I need a plan first. Sugar in parts, locked box. Aha, and I have a small key. I have too much in my inventory. I need to get rid of things. Ooh, passports. There's definitely room for another passport. Why do I need so many passports? For some people. Some actual real people. That's kind of creepy given how unrealistic the characters in this game are. So, how have they got a photo of real people? Oh, butterfly. Oh. Yes. Every now and then I just go through a phase where all I want to play is the, puzzle adventures. And you do kind of run out of options when you play that many of them. Don't think I've got a plan. So I can't say plan or plane. It says plan, and it sounds like metal, so it can't be a plane. Okay, parachute belt, propeller blade, nose cone. Where's my monkey? Where's my monkey? Oh, cutie pie. I love the monkey. He's just a tiny bit creepy, and that's where my niche is. I like the slightly creepy, mostly cute, or would be cute if they weren't so creepy, however you want to look at it. Okay. Okay, so something to do in the ravine and inside the wreck. Propeller blade is probably not small and thin. Oh, I do have plans in my pocket. Okay, maybe pry it open with something. Usually in these games, they don't let you pry with anything other than a crowbar. It's very hard to predict when they're going to let you use something else. Okay, that's for freezing liquid. Open it with the code. I I have punch cards but no code. Okay, I'm gonna go back to the bridge. Somehow I overlooked the blueprint. Okay, find the parts that fit there. Okay, well, I know it's not the monkey. It was typical, sometimes screwdriver or knife. Yes, it's very hard to tell. Sometimes when they do the perspectives a bit funky, you think that you need a large object to pry them open, but then it turns out it's actually a tiny little vent. It's just really far away and they haven't done the perspectives quite correctly. Oh, well, that should have been obvious. I'm a little slow to the... I've only just woken up, by the way. I think I've been awake for almost an hour. Oh, I forgot that he was a cyborg now. Oh, it's very amusing. There's a slot for a disc. Only got 3 of them, but at least my inventory's finally empty. Got that passport to put in my passport box, and a coin so I can open these small screws. The Griffins hid something here. Punch card would help me reveal it. Aha, revealing secrets runs in the family. So there was a small item that I needed. Then getting a little brain fog, so there's not. I get a lot of brain fog as well. I've got fibromyalgia, a chronic pain condition, if you're not familiar with it. And yes, it definitely creates some brain fog, which I actually find adds to the difficulty of these puzzles. And also makes it easier for me to not really notice when the storyline's truly terrible. So, wow, that's crazy. So, yes, as soon as you said brain fog, I'm like, I bet it's fibro. It's sadly very common considering that they know very little about it. Okay. Oh, that's right. I got the code now. I don't know why I didn't write it like that. I was already like that. Is that 8 divided by 4? 6 plus 2, 0 plus 0, 8 minus 5, 0 minus 0. Okay. Let's try this anyway. 8 divided by 4. I started this 20 years ago and I still don't know much. Wow, I was only diagnosed... Actually, I was only diagnosed about 5 or 6 years ago. But it started... my brain just lost all its words. It started, like, affecting me 10 years ago now. Yeah. You understand? Yep, you're my people. Knife, screwdriver, rack. I don't have the disc card to go in there. I think that's where the disc card goes. Just needs a few batteries, too dark in here. I did not mean to leave that puzzle. We had it for at least 25 since mid-90s. I'm old. So I think that makes you about roughly twice my age. Just actually no, I'm older than I thought I was. It's, yeah, it's a really weird one. Like they don't know anything about it, and people with fibro still aren't allowed to give blood because they just don't know what causes the fibro, so they can't be sure that it's safe to give blood transfusions from someone with fibro. It won't like pass it on. But of course, you'd think if it was affected by the blood, they'd be able to do tests for it, which they can't. I'm really failing to see what I'm supposed to use this rag for. I'll just try and put it on everything, see what I can do. Ah, there's a seam there to rip up. Maybe it's just number I'm young at heart. Well, I'm very old at heart. I just, even before the fibro kicked my ass, I've always been into the old women's fashion, like wearing little old lady clothes when I was a teenager. It's weird. I used to be able to get blood back when they didn't know much about it. Well, they still don't know much about it, but this time they're like nowadays they are on the safe side and just don't want to risk anything. Like there's still gay men aren't allowed to give blood unless they've not had sex for over a year. You still can't give blood if you've had a tattoo within the last year. And fair enough, you don't want to take risks and, try and give someone life-saving blood, but then it turns out that the blood's bad because there was an infection that the person giving the blood didn't know about or what have you. But the specific one about gay men having to abstain from specific sexual acts, and that is just completely based in the old, yeah, the like the gay panic with the AIDS pandemic and stuff. And it's like you got to know, like it's a long time since the 90s. We know how the AIDS happened, how it works, how to detect it. There's literally tablets you can take to manage it and to prevent it or have a higher chance of preventing it. Like there's no reason that a person should have to wait an entire year after having specific, and it's only with men. They never ask women if they've had any of that specific type of sex in the past year. It's literally only gay men being prevented from it based on these outdated. Yes, and they test the blood anyway, exactly. Yes, I do get a little bit a little bit carried away on certain topics. But I really do enjoy talking quite a lot. Okay, oxygen tank, flare, net, stone discs. I finally got the stone discs.
The Incas respected the flower of life. They would only let virtuous people see it in bloom. That's how they could guarantee it wouldn't be used for evil.
I mean, I'm not sure that's a real strong guarantee since it's still based on your own perception of whether people are virtuous or not. Let's see. It doesn't look like one's there. Where are the other circles? Aha, there's a circle.
A person must be able to transform like a butterfly.
Okay. Oh, there's a butterfly.
They need the clarity of ice to know how to use the flower's power.
Not sure what here is going to look like. Oh, there's icicles. Where's a missing icicle? There's an icicle.
They must have a mind as swift as the wind.
US, choose evening for me. Do you stream regularly? Um, yes and no. I try and stream most days, but I have trouble with my internet when my partner Big Squish is streaming at the same time as me. So he usually streams Saturday, Sundays, and Mondays. It's I thought it was Tuesday, but if it's Tuesday where you are, then it must be Wednesday here. Yeah, okay, today's Wednesday. So your Sunday is my Monday. So yeah, pretty much from Monday through Friday your time, I yeah, he streams as well. That's why my name is Little Squish Gaming, because his name is Big Squish Gaming and he calls me Little Squish on his stream, so I've taken that name. But I certainly do try and stream once a day. Sometimes I just play simple games. Sometimes I play proper games like this instead of just, solitaire or puzzles.
Purity of fire.
He is very cute. And he's also very Aussie. So if you're one of those Americans who loves asking questions, like finding out whether this is true or that's true, like, do we really have spiders bigger than our hands? Do we really call everything Macca's and, the bottle-o and things like that? He loves talking about Australian stuff. So he's definitely worth a watch if
Their
you're,
heart
yeah.
must be gentle as a flower.
Although he doesn't play puzzle games, he plays a wide variety. Like, he's not against puzzle games, but they just aren't quite
With an awareness
his thing.
of how the sands of time flow. Only a person with these qualities can obtain the flower of life.
But yeah, because of the fibro, I'm disabled. I don't have a job, so I've got really no excuse for not streaming. So maybe I'll, yeah, maybe I'll have to do better at being at being a frequent streamer. Far Reef carved gourd. Elephant drum sickle mask. You'd think I'd see an elephant in the room. Is that an elephant? That's an elephant. Yeah, I do tend to game most days. I'm hoping to get I guess like a detached webcam so that I can do some crochet as well, so that I can stream even on days when I'm not actually playing games. Template, rooster, and pestle. Actually want to start streaming. I haven't got well enough to start though. But you should. It's quite fun. And even if people don't watch, it's still, I don't know, there's something about it that's just, am I missing something there? Yeah, when you get a couple of people coming in and chatting, I know it's just really fun. It's like sitting around talking to your friends while you do your hobby. And definitely helpful in the the pandemic when everyone's kind of clocked off, or on those bad pain days where you've got just enough, mental energy to play a game or something, but you can't leave the house, so you're pretty isolated. It's a knitting cross stitch. I don't do this anymore. Paresthesia in my hands is too painful. Paresthesia. That sounds familiar, but I'm not actually sure what it is. Is that I mean, you don't have to tell me, but if you, yeah. I don't know what I would do, honestly, if I was no longer able to crochet. It's really been my savior. Pain, numbness, and tingling. That's what I thought it sounded like. The para being, like paralyzed and these, yeah. Oh, pain, numbness, and tingling. Oh, I've heard of a lot of people with fibro having that, and oh, it just sounds absolutely horrible. I'm sorry that you have that you experience and it's stinky. Yes. I quite imagine it would be. That's not where the butterfly is. That's the butterfly. We sure do put up with a lot, don't we? Let's see. So there is something a plane crash for me. The flower. I need sunlight. Come play control games and have a time playing video games. It's chill. Yeah, that would really impact it, wouldn't it? I'm glad that you can still use the mouse well enough for the puzzle games, and that the puzzle games are quite good as well. It would be quite a shame if you couldn't find a good game and just relegated to some less. Sorry, I get distracted a bit sometimes. I'm gonna chill and play at my own pace. I get to use some rain to take a break anytime. Yes, exactly. There's actually quite a few. Sorry, lost my sentence again there. I found some pretty good like solitaire games, which I know aren't exactly going to engage your brain, but there's some quite good ones where they've got like goals to do. I'm an achievement hunter, so I really like pretty much any game with achievements. Oh, and there's hidden cats. Have you seen the 100 hidden such and such games? There's like 17 of them, and they take maybe 10-15 minutes on a good day, so they could be quite fun and challenging. Yes, so there's like 17 of those, and there's also another series called Search All. They're a lot more difficult. Like I did this Search All berries, and some of the berries were literally just circles, and they look just like every other circle in the game. So that one's quite challenging. But both of those have been on sale recently, and they're like 70 cents each. So I figure for 15 minutes of fun and or frustration, 70 cents isn't bad. That's 70 Australian cents, so probably like 40 cents American. What about visual novels? Do you play any of those? Pretty much just reading a storybook, but you get to choose what happens next. Also 99 cents each. But I definitely recommend getting them on sale, unless you think 99 cents is a good price for 15 minutes of enjoyment, which, you know. Well, there's this really good visual novel. It's free, or it used to be free. I believe it's called The Cinderella Phenomenon. And yeah, basically, you know, it's fairy tale based dating sim. We present if you pay full price and poor. Yes, I totally get that. I am a millennial. I know what it's like to be poor. Where am I going to get water from? It says I can do something here. Okay, so there's water on the ground. It just wasn't making it clear to me. Giant ice block. I'll go and zoom all the way over there.
Did you really think you could beat us?
Oh no, it's Cyborg Dragon Man.
The flower of life is ours. You die locked up here.
I always wonder with these sorts of plots in movies, games, books, whatever, if the bad guy is searching for this magical thing that you have to keep out of his hands, why would you go and hunt for it as well? You know full well that they're going to keep an eye on you, and if you manage to find it, they're going to find it because they've been following you. So, I mean, if anything, you should send them on a wild goose chase by acting as though you're certain it's in this other country, and just like actually sending your forces out there and be like, oh, going into the deep, uncharted Africa to search for this, and really the whole time it's in South America. Like, I know. The simple answer is that it wouldn't be a movie otherwise, but it looks like the only thing I can zoom on is the door. I just wasn't clicking the right part. Because that makes sense, but it's more boring. Exactly, not a good story. That's, yeah, very true. I guess it's just that I'm not really into those stories that much. So it's. Ooh, floating rock bridge. just happened? Was that a bad guy? Was that a good guy? Why did he just like run past the bad guys with the prisoner and jump off a cliff? Oh. I don't really know what happened. Yeah, this helicopter came and landed, and then the two bad guys were walking away with my mum, or chained up, and some random guy ran up to them and then just ran past them and ran all the way along here and jumped off the end of this rock right there. I've got no idea. Was he a good guy? Was he a bad guy? Why'd he run past them? Why'd he jump off the cliff? I don't know. Yeah, I really don't know what was happening there. I wish I could replay it for you. His face leaves a lot to be desired. That's not very polite of you. Let's go around insulting people's faces. Oh, that's my monkey. I must have been distracted. And something else happened. Okay. Yeah. I think at the end of this stream I'm gonna go back and look at it as well because I don't know. I just don't know. Ooh, fancy red dagger. Oh, it's a gun, is it? Okay. That's the guy who jumped off the cliff. Looks like he must be a good guy because he hasn't attacked me or
Are you after the
chuckled
truth?
villainously yet.
I came here with two fellow Griffin members to find the Flower of Life. Our plane was hit and we crashed. The dragons captured me and used me to test their serum. I could have escaped after that, but I decided to stay, to sabotage their experiments. But I'm weakened by the serum. They wanted to use the serum to turn people into slaves. I'm fighting it, but I don't know how much longer I can last. Tie me up so I can't hurt you when the serum takes control.
That actually makes a lot of sense. That explains why he ran past them, but they didn't try and stop him or catch him or react in any way. And then he jumped off a cliff. And I guess he swam up into his hidden cave. Oh, koi. Oh, fishy, fishy. Oh, hang on, there was something there I could pick up. Red handle, aqualung, glove eye.
After I escaped, I took refuge in this cave, but I went back. I wanted to stop them, but I'm so weak, and sometimes I lose control. You have to keep going and stop Huron from enslaving everyone. Look around the cave and see if there's anything useful. Check underwater too. You can use my aqualung.
Okay. Got a filled net. A disassembled aqualung. I can't possibly be deep enough underwater to be seeing anglerfish and such. That's a gigantic eel. Okay, so that's the entrance to the cave. And push can into that place. Hey, I've got an underwater torch. I'm not entirely sure what to do with. I was infected with Kieran's serum. It's not 100% effective yet. As soon as it's fully developed, he will enslave millions. I don't remember what happened while I wasn't in control, but I can feel my entire body struggling. Okay, bone, eliminating fish, glove ring, glove pattern, glove eye. See, that's what I needed the giant clam for. And here's what I need the illuminating fish for. Using luminous fish as a torch. That's a new one. Oh, when I was a kid, I had this video of Mumphy, the cartoon, not the puppet show. And there's a part where he goes under sea, and the electric eels down there hold like a rebellion because the underwater pirates have been capturing them to use like fireflies in jam jars. And they've just been putting the electric eels in the jam jars to use as lights. Very odd. Definitely makes an impression. But yeah, so catching my own luminous fish to use as a light underwater is striking some very happy childhood nostalgia chords for me. Seahorse and mirror crown and cone. These tweezers were in a previous scene as well. Poor eel, glad they were standing up for their rights. Oh yeah, they were for sure. I've actually looked the video up on YouTube since then, just the specific scene where they're singing about it. It's called Eel Electricity, and they're just these sassy eels. And the lead eel is wearing like a little garden hat. Yeah, it's pretty bad stuff. Yes, there's definitely a lot to be said for good artwork. It can really make a mediocre game worth playing and bring a good game up to a whole new level. Actually, you know, before I do that, I'm going to take a break just to get some caffeine, and I'll be back soon. The screen. Okay, everyone, I'm back. Big Squish just came home from his physiotherapy appointment. He's looking pretty sore. Just hobbling about in the kitchen. Tika Nia says, okay, I'm going to water the garden. I'll be back. I'll lurk. Well, thank you. I appreciate the lurk. I hope that I'm not too late for you because I know you said it was evening there. And hopefully you can yeah, keep enjoying my stream. It's been very nice chatting with you so far. Remember what I'm actually trying to do. That's right, put the glove in the slot. Okay, so you have to charge the cube. That's interesting to know. There. Yep, that goes there. What about this? Does this belong anywhere? No. This one looks a bit like a whale. Not that one. That one looks a bit like an elephant. Oh, could be that. Yep, there we go. I'm looking for a big circle. There we go. Actually, you know, while I think of it, I'm going to find Tikanita and follow. Yeah, give you a follow so that if you do end up streaming, I get a notification and get to watch, see what your streams are like. I'm not seeing any specific order to removing these bars. Fumes. Okay. Oh no, he's gone. So I've got tape, serpent eye, and red handle. And a shovel. Okay, let's see what I've got on my map. Underwater, cave, ruins, and facility basement. It's got rocks on that side. That's not what I meant to do. Deltoid key. Oh. Hang on, I've got a serpent eye right here. Oh, it's a staircase. Ooh. Ooh, I hate birds of paradise plants. Creepy. I'm not really sure what that did, but okay. Now, where do I use my clippers? That's right, I need to cut something. I didn't even realize that was barbed wire. I thought I needed to cut this belt thing. That makes more sense. Weights and a cogwheel. Okay, let's put this cogwheel away first. Okay, so it needs a battery. That one's broken. Go up to the cages. Ooh, creepy man. Good kitty. Oof, sacrifice this. That's no good. Can't just go around killing yourself just so that I get a jaguar cub in my pocket. Though it is cute. I wish I still had the monkey as well. Where do the bees want to go? Okay, peacock feather, glass pump, microscope. Glass pump. What's a glass pump? Injection scissors, pipe, and sun. It's a mini garden. Of course, the cork's stuck. Always need a corkscrew in one of these, don't you? Yeah, there's a pipette. There's gloves. Now a glass pump. Okay, that's a glass pump, whatever it is. And sun. There's the sun. Little cutie pie surfing on a cassette recorder. Cassette player. A map, molecule, jaguar club, and screwdriver. Oh, there's
The
the play
serum
button.
still isn't stable, but we're close. Most of those who were infected became seriously ill as a side effect. But I do have one promising subject. I just have to keep trying to perfect the mixture.
Okay. That's not straight. Okay. That's upwards. That's downwards. How is that downwards? Okay. And here we are. Well. A robot dog just blasted him. Gotcha.
Help me. That stupid robot dog attacked me. I stuck around after all the other miners ran off. That dog needed to be destroyed, so I pretended to keep working, but it caught me. Don't let it spot you. You have to lure it and disarm it. This might help.
Interesting development. Interact with the debris to find the red box. Okay, there should be another light bulb. Pretty high-tech robot dog. Our experiment is in its final stages and requires more power. Therefore, I command all workers to increase crystal production immediately. So what I was trying to do, I was trying to look at the other paper because I closed it. The crystals we found in this cave aren't nearly enough. I have a gut feeling there's a hidden cavity somewhere. We just need to find it. Handle, water, simple wave, and explosives. Timer. I'm just going to carry around a pocket full of Jaguar and armed explosives. Normal, everyday activities there. Lens to the past, statue group, armed explosives. Saying leave stairs, secret frame. Remote detonation is the way to go. Can I even remotely detonate it? Hmm. Hmm. Okay. Use that detonator. Okay, Windows swappity swappy. I need something with some squiggly squiggles. There we go. So the outside's done. Oh, that was quite an easy one. Looks like most of the pieces were already in place. Oh my gosh, it's a Stargate! Oh! No way! I feel something's missing. It's a freaking Stargate. What if I fill them out? So I need a wheel of some sort. Where would I find a feather? Apparently somewhere here. Yep, there's a birdie. Ooh, very pretty feather. But before I play with the Stargate, I'm going to click on that. Okay, what's happening here? Okay. Oh, hang on, there was one there. Okay. That's interesting. Giant statues. Forgot about this place. Oh, and it looks like a little skull and crossbones. Okay. I've got a mining symbol. Goes there. Got a light bulb. I see. So decoy. Oh, I don't know that I want the jaguar cub to carry the decoy. That sounds very dangerous. Yay, he's safe. Oh, one of these. Okay. Oh, sure, I clicked on that lens earlier. I need some sort of circle with a stick through it. Disassembled pulsar generator. Now I have a pulsar generator and a paw. Elevator instructions: identify yourself, fill elevator with desired amount of crystals, fulfill activation process using security dog's paw. Okay.
Thanks. So you're on an important mission, eh? The elevator can take you to the upper floors, but I can't come with you, I'm afraid. Use this to access the elevator.
Mom is locked. Yes, when I see sparking metal, I always stick a metal crowbar in it. Oh, one of those number puzzles. Everybody's flipping the fuses, each pressure gauge shows apparent sum, fuse must be shows 60 on each gauge. Well, that was ridiculously easy. I don't like those puzzles. I don't usually do very well at them. So the fact that I got that with just a couple of clicks is... doesn't speak very highly of the puzzle. And the puzzle itself, I mean... worth a try. Okay, control room and glass don't both have something that I can do here.
I saw what happened. Take this. You need to seal the leak before you run out of air. Your life is in danger. The flower that injured you is the same one the dragons used in their experiments. I can mix a healing serum, but I need your help collecting the ingredients. Look for a mineral, a plant, and the life essence of the flower, while I prepare everything else. Here's a container to put them all in.
These ones. I don't really mind the mirror games, but these ones for some reason the triangles point the direction, but I always see the mirrors as facing the opposite direction. So it kind of messes with my oh, this one had spares that didn't need to be used at all. That's new. The previous games that have had that puzzle have needed you to use all of the mirrors. I'm back. How's it going? It's going well. I've made a bit of progress, although it's starting to get a bit complicated, the plot. I'm not 100% sure what I'm doing or why, but you know, that's the way it goes with these games sometimes. Had to tend the garden before it got too dark. Yeah, that's fair. It's always better to do the watering when it's not sunny outside, isn't it? Less water evaporation and all that jazz. It's an evil replica of the flower of life. The dragon just went too far. Should have done it hours ago. Well, I have found my mum. This is her in the suit, and I have been infected because a plant stabbed me.
Put this into your protection suit. Inhale it, and you'll feel better right away. Then you need to find a way into Quirin's throne room.
So yeah, there was a robot dog, and I destroyed him with water, and then built him into a like ray gun type thing, and it got a little bit wild. I'm gonna find glass fire extinguisher molecule. Compass, calipers, dragon, anchor crystal, olive sieve. Yeah, after getting past the robot dog, there was absolutely nothing preventing me from just walking in to walking into the bad guy's base and just opening up my mum's cage. Yes, that Smudge. She's decided that she's gonna be a noisy little kitty today, running around like crazy. She took a running leap at the screen door earlier and grabbed on right near the top of it. Not very fun. Not very well behaved. Probably a lot of fun. There's a very cute little dragon figure. Now I've got a special key. I remember I saw something before that said it needed a special shaped key, but I cannot remember where it was. I'm guessing it was in the control room. Yep, here it is. Cat named Smudge. So do oh my gosh, really? Yeah, we've got two cats, Smudge and Chomp. Yeah, not many people call their pet Smudge. Like, it's a little outdated to name them things like that. Yes, Chomp. There's two reasons that Chomp is called Chomp. One is because she has sharp little teeth, and sometimes she doesn't put them back in her mouth, so they just kind of stick out like a little vampire. And the other is because she's kind of caramel colored, and there is a chocolate bar here in Australia called Chomp, and it's a chocolate coated wafer with caramel in it, and they're so delicious. SD card and checkbook. Oh, a puzzle. Okay, can't rotate them, which makes it easier. Wonder if I can put them to the side though. Nope, they have to be partially on the freaking whatchamacallit. That's frustrating. Okay, where's the remaining piece? There it is. Yoshi, Punchy, Judy, and Loki. Punchy and Judy sisters. Yoshi is their half sister, and Loki is Smudge's uncle. Loki. Oh, that's cute. My old housemate had a cat called Loki and another cat called Yormi, short for Jormungandr. I don't remember. I never remember the name of it, but the world-eating snake from Norse mythology. Punch and Judy, that's cute. Yeah, my family's cat names tend to be those sort of cliche, stereotypical names that aren't actually used that often, other than Lucky. We have definitely had pets called Lucky before, which is a very common one. And you've got things like Missy and Sooty and Coconut. My sister's big on naming them after food. Loki's my second Loki. I had another when I was 19 to 20, so much as a brother named Lucky. Yes. Smokey, that's the other one. We had Smokey and Milko at one point. They were siblings. We also had Sputnik once. It's really funny. We name our cats really basic names like that, but then our dogs get really long, like intense names, like Hamish, McSporran, Bilbo. You know, multiple names and everything. Key, I have to be creative. Oh, good thing I just picked up a fucking paper clip. Maybe if I've had a cat named Sputnik, and also like to name cats very long names like Sputnik or Sputnik something something something. Also had a cat named Dudley once. Had dogs named Pebbles and Domino. Oh yay, his mum's back. I don't mind losing my little jaguar buddy if it means he's gone home to his mum. Red, ruby, rose, wipe, shuffle, and relief pieces. Okay, not sure what to do with the shovel yet. Probably something in the botanic garden. Totally forgot about this part. It's a chest. I thought it was a screen or something. It's a hidden object puzzle. Oh, it's not a proper hidden object puzzle. Okay. Cut the canvas. Now I've got a mirror. Mirror there. That will bloom. Got a file by the looks of it. Oh, sorry if the cats are too audible. Big Squishes just walks into the room and they go absolutely crazy when he's around. Okay, come on. I don't really like these ones because they're not always as straightforward as they should be. Guess I need to make that a plant so I can fill up the watering can. My first cat was Zach. I had Loki, Sork, Otter, Pierre, and Kits when I had roommates. Then later had Zoe and General also had a dog, Sammy, and then Molly. No dogs at the moment. Some very creative names. Or at least, like, not common names. Okay, what am I doing with this rasp? Spikes. Come on. That's all I've got. Oh, okay, it's not a rasp, it's half of pruning shears. That makes more sense. That was a lot of effort for very little reward. Well, it definitely goes there. I just need to put something else in first, apparently. Okay, so the red ruby rose or the cloth. There we go. I would have more cats and dogs if I could, also rabbits, chickens, and goats. I definitely agree on the chickens. I'm not a huge fan of rabbits, especially since if you live out in the country, you've got the stress of making sure the rabbits can't escape or breed or anything like that because they're pests. They're invasive species. They're an introduced species. They're certainly not supposed to be here. And here's this elaborate puzzle. It takes 2 minutes to finish. Oh wow, pencil. Like, yes, there is a difference between wild rabbits and bunny rabbits that people have as pets, but even if the bunny rabbits get out and start reproducing, they're still not going to be good for the environment here, where they're not supposed to be. Kangaroos are surprisingly destructive for gardens. Like, I really didn't realize that until one of my partners, his mum, she had this kangaroo and a wallaby. Like, she didn't own them. They just came around her house and ate all her plants. And once she finally managed to get a capsicum plant, that's bell peppers for you Americans, growing, and then she had a really big juicy capsicum almost ready to pick, and then a kangaroo came along, took a bite out of it, didn't like it, spat it out, left it on the ground. Well, I suppose I don't know if they can actually spit, but like left the entire fruit on the ground because they didn't like it, funnily enough, since it's spicy. The seeds have capsaicin in them. And she was very annoyed about that. So I had no idea that kangaroos and wallabies could actually be, I guess, garden pests. Can't imagine wild kangaroos. They are like violent deer. I mean, for starters, there are only wild kangaroos. You don't have like domesticated ones, even if they're found as joeys and raised by people. They're still eventually gonna, like, they can be non-violent, non-aggressive, but they're not domestic. So they're like violent deer. Kangaroos aren't really violent unless you corner them, because they don't want to fight you. They don't get anything out of fighting you. They just want to eat their grass in peace, and or your vegetable garden in peace. Yeah, kangaroos are only dangerous if you corner them, just like most other animals. They do like to put the YouTube videos of people doing ridiculous things like fighting kangaroos or when kangaroos attack small dogs, blah blah blah. But it's important to remember that they only do that when they feel threatened. And they're just trying to protect themselves. Very different to being an aggressive species like the cassowary. Okay, I've got an extremely fancy lever. Where does the lever belong? Here. That makes sense. Let me guess. We have a lot of items too. You know, one animal that I'm so jealous of Americans and Europeans is squirrels. I so want to see a squirrel, like a real live squirrel. Oh, it would be amazing. Like, I like the pictures and the videos of them. They're really cute. But the only squirrels I've ever seen have been taxidermied. I went to this horrible restaurant once and I don't know what the food was like because it just creeped me out so much. But why would you decorate your tiny little cafe restaurant thing with taxidermied animals? Like that, they weren't even behind display cases or anything, just like a little taxidermied chipmunk on the table while you're trying to eat. And it's like, that. How is that hygienic? Ugh. That's don't have squirrels. No idea they ever read to get my garden eating my bird food. Yeah, no, we don't have squirrels or chipmunks. Or, I know, groundhogs, beavers, bears, moose. So a lot of animals we don't have. We've mostly got small marsupials like mice and quolls and possums, real possums, not opossums, and lizards and amphibians, things like that. Ooh, third part of the cube. Yes, as annoying as squirrels apparently are, I still would love to see them. Well, if you ever come around to Australia, let me know and I'll show you around a bit and steer you away from the. So, like many countries, Australians really like to mess with tourists and tell them complete lies. And it can be really hard to tell when something's a lie and when it's not because, yeah, they can be pretty convincing sometimes. I think everyone's supposed to be very cute as a chipmunks. Yes, well, something can be cute and a nuisance at the same time. Like foxes. Foxes are pests, but they. I see, that's what I'm doing. I'm combining those to see what image fits all of them. That makes sense now? Yeah, foxes are, again, an introduced species here in Australia, and a pest, destroying all the native wildlife and all that jazz. Yes, yeah, Aussies are always taking the mickey. And it's not just foreigners. Like, if a city kid moves to a country town, first couple of weeks at school, you've got all the country kids trying to trick them into things, you know, going on about the drop beds with the Vegemite behind your ears, things like that.
Like me. We don't have much time. We have to stop Quirin quickly. Let's go.
Just trying to see if you'll fall for it because you're a city kid.
Look out!
She been kidnapped again? She's been kidnapped by a platform this time? Oh, Mum. No wonder you're not in previous
Thanks
adventures.
for saving me. My body overcame the serum and produced an antibody. I was going
Likely
to inject it
story.
into the serum container, but the dog attacked me. Here's a vial of my blood for you. Oh, and can you bring me something to help me hold back Huron soldiers? I hear them at the gate. Who knows how long it'll take them to break through?
Okay, so just to recap, this guy has been injected with mind control serum, which overtook his mind enough that he made me tie him up so that he wouldn't hurt me. And then he escaped while he was under control of the serum. And now he says that putting his blood into the serum container will fix the serum, make it deactivated. I've got to say that I do not trust that at all. Like, that is a tall tale. Oh, and that's a tall tale. I did not even realize that. Okay. One of the crowns is missing. I've got a crown now. My plans are finally coming to fruition. Wahaha. It's clearly a very evil plan. Kidnapping those scientists from around the world was worth it. With the flower of life, they managed to stabilize the serum and create an entire barrel of it. It just needs to be introduced into the water supply to reach all living creatures. This final step can't be entrusted to anyone else. I must be the one to infect them, to make them my puppets. Okie dude. I'm not sure I trust him, to be honest, but he's probably fine. Yes, if this was a kind of higher level plot, then I imagine that he would be potentially lying to us. But given the type of game this is, chances are he's completely truthful. Like, you can usually tell when they're going to be double crosses and when they're not. Would alcohol make that slippery? Apparently not. You see writing too pretty psychotic journal entry. You know, you're right. With the first couple of pages I found, I thought they were people from the Order of the Griffin, you know, putting down their findings so that if they get killed, blah blah blah. But the bad guy, who is he leaving a note saying that I have to do this by myself? Like, maybe he's secretly a good guy and he left it specifically so that people can stop him. Okay. Alright, they're piranhas. That makes sense. Cabinet opener. Okay. I've got a cartridge. Okay. Clearly I'm missing something still. I like that idea, but plot sounds too complicated for a hidden object game. Yes. Oh my gosh. There was this one I was playing. I don't even remember what it was called now, but I played it a couple of weeks ago. You can get, if you click my link to YouTube, you can see my previous streams, and there was this one series that involved an evil preacher, and it was just so obvious. Like the second he turns up on the screen, you're like, that's the bad guy. There's no doubt about it. And there was the game directly after that one. There's a prisoner locked behind like a super secure magical door, and all you can see is his eyes when you open the little slot, and he's like, oh, I've been imprisoned here by the bad guy, and the fact I've got an evil voice and the exact same eyes as the preacher from the previous game is totally just a coincidence. And then she goes through all that thing, you know, setting him free, and then as soon as she opens the door, when she's finally unlocked it, he's like, ha, it was me all along. I really do enjoy the ones that are laughably bad. It's I think I played the game actually. You could just see his eyes behind it all. Yes. Yeah, and there was like, I don't know, 7 evil guys that Death had given powers to, and they all had to kill each other in order to gain all of the powers, and there was only 2 left. I think he sometimes handed you things. In that one, you were a detective, and that there was a like a evidence board across from his dungeon cell, so that he could look at the case with you and tell you about it, and he'd occasionally give you things. Yeah, that the series was quite something. Yes, I can see that they're gems. Let me click them faster. Solution. There we go. Okay, pink down here, green over there, blue over there, orange up there. Let's complete the slot. Okay, fine. There's a series of those, right? Yes, I think it's got 3 or maybe 4 in that series. I really just can't remember what they were called at the moment. Yeah, that explains why I couldn't put the 1 bullet in. It said it was a cartridge, but it needed the cartridge ring, not just a random one-off bullet. I'm going to look for it, but I really can't remember the name.
This'll work. Thanks. Now, your only way to reach the takeoff area is to break through the window. Use the giant skeleton. It could work as a bridge.
Wow, using a giant whale skeleton as a bridge? I never would have thought of that. Definitely never done that in a puzzle game before. Actually, I don't know if it's a whale. It looks like it's got sharp teeth. No, never. I actually played a very original, or at least nothing like previous games that I've played, puzzle game where I think you shrank down and you had to help like a little village full of mice. I always like those ones. I don't know, when I was a kid, I liked the burrowers and Redwall and all those sorts of miniature. Okay, that's kind of cute. Look at his silly face. Okay, big hidden object. Room. Bare footprint. Tree necklace. Is a necklace for a tree or a necklace with a tree on it? A necklace made from a tree. Handgun, mistletoe, acorn, snake, moth, cat. There's a necklace with a tree on it. Okay. Handgun. Handgun seems sort of out of place. That's not a handgun. I'm sure a handgun refers only to a small gun. That was like a shotgun or a rifle or something, I'm sure. I'm really glad I found you. I follow hidden object categories, so I know when anyone is streaming because not many people do. I found some really nice people. Well, I'm glad that you found me as well. This has been very enjoyable having someone to talk with who genuinely enjoys the games I'm playing and isn't just here to out of pity, you know? Not that I mind that either. People to talk to is just fun. Nope, not a handgun unless you're a giant. Well, I'm from Australia, so I wasn't 100% certain that I was correct about what a handgun is. We've had guns banned in our country since, I think, before I was born. I don't remember when Port Arthur was. But yes, I'm very glad to know that I was correct, that it was not a handgun. Where the hell? Good. I was going to say, there's no way it thinks that the bowl of melted wax is going to make it slippery. Decided the whale was more slippery. Oh, come on, melted wax isn't slippery. I guess maybe if it's soy wax. It's got a very low melting point. I really just can't think of anything less slippery than wax. If it was an oil candle, I'd understand, but a wax sculpture surely wouldn't provide slippery substances. You're tied up again, woman. Oh, and there's Evil Man. Just pulled the curtain on Evil Man. Being mum is the most important right now.
Oh, my brave girl. Cut the rope on my wrist and find us both parachutes.
To be completely honest, after the game where the bad guy disguised himself as my dad and then pulled off his face, I cannot look at my character's parents without suspecting that at any moment they're just going to pull their faces off. Okay. Well, I've got a parachute. I can just jump out the... In fact, I should be falling out of this plane, I think. It's, the door's wide open. It seems to be moving fast enough that it should just be sucking me out. Shim. I've never come across a shim before. Where does it belong? So I lost your connection when I'm back. That's funny. And at the end of the serum, place it here. So I need to put the serum's in there. I need to put the vial in there, but it's a panel sharp. Panel is sharp, and I'm not even using the sharpest side of it.
You have the antidote with you? I have a charger that fits the container. Combine them and neutralize the serum so we can get out of here.
You'd think I would use the jagged edge, but no, I use the blunt edge. Yeah, I've never heard of it. It looked like a washer or something, but obviously must be stronger if you can use it to undo something the way you can use coins. There's your parachute, Mummy. But that guy is extremely observant at particular times. Like you said, it would be extremely loud in there. So it makes sense that he didn't hear.
The serum is neutralized. It won't pose a threat to anyone from now on. You've saved many lives, Sarah.
I really doubt that. Oh, and that was the end of the game. Okay, so I'm gonna say the worst thing about these games is that the ending is so sudden. Like, you really cannot tell when it's gonna come. Like that one there, I was like, okay, so we've probably got more to do, but we just jumped out of the plane, didn't even get our parachutes or anything. The bad guy's like, you won't survive this, people with parachutes. There was a very abrupt ending. That's quite a short game as well. It took about 2.5 hours if you take away my breaks. Okay, so I'm going to take a break before I do the bonus chapter. But yes, as you were saying, it would have been very loud inside that helicopter or plane. It was a plane, not a helicopter, inside that plane. Which means that for him not to have noticed the extra sound, he must have had the door open to begin with, because otherwise you would definitely hear that increased sound of having the door open. And at least that explains why he didn't hear, because it was already really noisy. He didn't hear you guys walking around messing up with his serum. I don't know how you pronounce it anymore. But then somehow at the end, just after you gave your mum her parachute and messed with the serum, he was just like, you again. It's like, how did you know they were there? Like, did he just turn around just to check that his prisoner was still tied up? Why did he even take her along? Like, did he need her? Why couldn't he have just left her behind or killed her or something, so that there would be less chance of someone messing with the serum, you know? Flying. Yes, exactly. I do like pointing out the illogical and the plot holes and all that stuff, but it's completely in good fun. Like, if I've enjoyed a game or a movie or anything, I really like to point out the ridiculous parts of it. Okay, so I'll take a quick break and then I'll be back to play the bonus chapter. Okay, everyone, I'm back. Ready to do the bonus chapter. Actually, I mean, okay, yes, some people get a bit annoyed when you pick apart something, but it's different when you're picking apart something that you don't like versus picking apart something that you do like. Because when something is bad, like when media or a game is just like good, bad, bad, good, then it adds to the enjoyment to pick apart all the problems. And one of the things I do is I make up stories for movies. Like if the movie's bad enough, I make up stories that fit in with the plot and explain all of the bad acting and things like that. So there's this one Christmas movie, and the only possible explanation for everyone's behavior is that this guy, the main character, has murdered his wife, and that's why everyone is acting so strangely around him. Like everyone acts as though they're scared of him, but they kind of pity him. Like that they humor him because they're scared of him. Like that's the most accurate explanation for why all the bad acting is there. Which is actually really funny because there's a big name actor in that movie. I'm not very good with actors and things, but I think it's Christina Hendricks, the redheaded lady with extremely large chest. She's in a lot of things, and she's a good actor, herself. So for her to be in this movie with such a ridiculous plot is a bit surprising. But yes, that's I enjoy bad movies, and I really love Christmas and Christmas movies. So there aren't that many good Christmas movies out there, which means I'll inevitably be watching bad ones. And to make them more bearable and more enjoyable, I make up kind of subplots that completely fit in with the movie. Because it's no good if you're just saying, oh, well, that's a lie and this is what really happened. It's just kind of like headcanons as I go along. I find it very enjoyable. Oh, yes. Okay, so it's like the secret ending is the bonus chapter. Oh. I saw that otter get trapped by a tree. Oh no, and it's on fire. I don't want to talk to Mum. I want to help the otter.
Oh no, the forest is on fire, and the wind is sending it toward us. We need to protect this valley and keep the fire from spreading. If we could only dam the brook, it just might work. Let's look around and figure something out.
For instance, this game, the mum is always calm and always has these super shifty eyes. So the most obvious explanation is that she's actually a bad guy and she's lying about things, even though that doesn't actually fit in with the story. But that's the sort of thing that I would do, like explain away why they have no freaking emotions and why they're always looking so suspicious. No, pass up a piece of wood. Oh, look, I made an axe. Okay, I need to secure it with something other than the rope that I have. Oh, you poor otter. I'll come back for you. On piece. Okay. One of the things I notice here is that there are collectibles and morphing objects in the bonus chapter, which is something that's happened in a couple of this series games, but doesn't usually happen in hidden object games. Mr. Dylan, or Dylan maybe. I hereby commission you to find and bring me the ancient magic cube. You must enter the forgotten castle carved into the mountain. But beware, the artifact is guarded by the feather serpent. I'm not going to try and pronounce that because I'm not sure how to pronounce any of the sounds. But I have seen that name before, actually. So they're drawing from real life mythology or ancient religions or what have you. Spiral, leather strap, Tombay spade, rope. Ah, leather strap, there we go. Quetzalcoatl. Okay. Oh, you poor little otter. I save you. You sweetheart. It's even called Little Otter. Okay. Now that I'm no longer worrying about the otter, I can think about some more things. Water is flowing, just need to block it on the other side. So I'm going to make a dam in order to stop the fire. That's inventive. And then I'll probably get that after the fire's been put out. Okay. So the monolith is something I can do. That's out of my reach. I don't have a little friend to help me. I don't have a special symbol. Okay, give her the shovel.
I don't know how long the water can hold it. We'd better split up and try to find a way out of the valley. I'll go take a look around.
My brain likes to pick out details so I can take about just about anything I try. If it's a good story, I'll overlook a lot, but if it's bad, then I'll focus on those details. Yes, that's exactly how it goes with me. Okay. It's another one of those ones where you have to build things together. Okay, I've got a knife, arrows and feathers. The headdress is missing some decorations. Also got a jewel. Time to smash some things. Okay, I've got 2 arrows, a bow. Aha, that's a quiver. Break it if I hit it hard enough. That's the mallet. Oh, that's a thingamajiggy. Okay, can't use a peacock feather. Okay, now I just need to find some more arrows. Okay, there we go. I don't think it's any of these, but Figured it's worth a try. Okay, so the water has been blocked, but apparently it doesn't do anything there. Recognize an item shaped like this. Is this a hidden objects? Sorry, match the pieces. Okay. That's an eagle, a lizard, dude's head, jaguar. Jaguar to the side, eagle. Looking at my finished games, I still can't remember when it was bad guy to sell. So if you made 9 clues the ward, I don't know. 9 clues the ward is one I've played before, but I can't remember which one it was. When did you start streaming? Well, today I started streaming 3 hours ago, but I think I started streaming maybe a month or 2 ago. I'm not sure. But, it's on my YouTube channel, all my old ones are. And yes, I imagine we've probably played a lot of the same games as well, since we both play. That's what that's for. The puzzle games. I don't think I streamed 9 Clues the Ward, so probably it's not that one. So I definitely played the Preacher one on stream. Yes, I'm quite new to Twitch. I only joined because Big Squish started streaming. He's gone really popular. He's at nearly 500 followers. And I don't even know how long he's been doing it. Maybe 6 months. Oh, come on. Cylinder with rings, skull symbol. That's where the cylinder goes. Oh, that's pretty impressive. Yes, he's a very charming person, so it doesn't really surprise me that he has so many people following him, but at the same time, it's...
I know this is your only path to the surface. My shrine protects you from the flames. You have my cube. Put it back in its place, and I won't hurt you.
That seems fair. Yeah, even though I know that he's a very likable fella, it is always surprising when someone just picks up steam like that, you know? Ooh, hidden objects. Okay, shaman rattle, pocket watch, stone frog, hairbrush, crocodile, eagle, vase, and owl. Hearts. I'm not sure I would have called that a vase. That was more of a jug or a oh, I forget the term. See, this is more like a vase, even though it has the handle, so it's probably not. Milk something, not the coins, put it in there, use that for that. Yep, just pick up molten gold with my bare hands. That's how I roll. Pretty sure it belongs there, but maybe it won't let me till I have all of them. Okay. Something to carve with. No, I don't have anything to carve with. The Chamber of Treasures and Monolith. Gloves are only needed to within. Oh, I've just picked up a hummingbird. Oh dear. I do not feel prepared to look after a hummingbird. Okay. I think I just want to go straight to the treasure chamber, don't I? I will put your cube back as soon as I figure out where it goes.
You must do more to please me. The bell that marks the pace of my life is broken. Prove to me that you are an ally and fix it. Then I will help you get out.
I wasn't expecting to put the cube there because it has a triangle opening. I forgot that the cube floats. Okay, I've got a dagger, an eye, a serpent keyframe, skull symbol, and still have that tongue piece. Okay. So you need squiggly. You need that one. And that one. Seeing any long about that for L and a straight line. I wonder if they can be upside down. One, two, three, four. Maybe those are the wrong ones. Okay.
Ancient tribes worshipped a feathered serpent who lived in the sacred temple. Only a mystical cube could unlock his powers. One such power was the power of the eagle, which granted him clairvoyance.
That was an interesting take on these story puzzles. Trap stopper symbol. Okay, Ball of the Eagle. I do like it when you're playing one of these games and the character is like is a thief or a pirate or something, so at least it makes sense why they go around and just steal everything that they see. The stone is missing, that's because it's by the waterway. have the second Tom piece. Finally. Does that mean I can get it from the waterway? Probably. Yes. Did you order food, Big Squish? Did you order food? Okay. I heard voices, I wasn't sure. Sorry about that. I heard voices and I wanted to check what was going on. Just Big Squish ordered some food and it arrived. Nothing to worry about. Okay. Red moss, sun symbol, stone. Sort the number of stones to determine the order in which pieces have to be pulled out. Removing the pieces helps clear the way for the stone all above them. I don't know how I'll find out when they're correct and when they're not correct. That really doesn't help. Okay, so there's no indication at all. What on earth am I doing wrong? Okay. I am a little bit lost on what I'm supposed to be doing now. Ah, there's a new puzzle. Great. So that should be red, that should be purple, that should be blue. Should be... So these two would need to be purple. I'm not really good at these ring puzzles. I'm not at all a fan of them. Ooh, that's not what I meant to do. And those should be blue, and these have to be purple. Not 100% sure what I just did, because I keep moving them in the wrong direction. Blah. Oof, I've really messed this one up. I'm back. Sorry, my son called me. There was something exciting. Nothing exciting. I'm just stuck on a ring puzzle that I've messed up somehow. Pink's me. Hey, honey, how are you? I'm good, thank you, Pink. How are you? I'm actually going to see if I need to complete this puzzle or whether I can just skip it because I'm really not a fan of them, but I don't want to miss any achievements. Let's see. Okay, collectibles, skill-based achievements. Finish hidden object puzzle. Hidden object puzzle. Finish hidden object puzzle. Object. Hidden object. Minigames. Minigames. Finish all minigames without skipping. I've got that. Oh, hang on. There was one at the end there. All morphing and all collectibles. Okay. So that means I'm allowed to skip it. So I'm just going to skip it because I totally messed up this side of the puzzle. And no one really wants to watch me struggle for half an hour on a simple puzzle. Okay. That goes here. Oh, it goes there because it's red. So then I get the dagger. Then I take the dagger over here. Now I stab the thing. So it's the red one. So it needs a zoobly zobbly. Ugh, that's the wrong. I hate it when you accidentally exit a puzzle. Now squiggly woo. What game is this? Good.
The cube contained the powers of the serpent and was placed on his shrine.
This is the secret order number 6, I think. Yeah. Called Bloodlines or something like that. And it is pretty fun. It's one of the hidden object games.
The power of the phoenix gave the power of rejuvenation, allowing him to live forever.
Yeah, I've been playing this series. I've got 2 more games after this one in the series before I go on to the... before I go on to the next ones. I'm not first using the skip button. I'm not as concerned getting chased, so I'm okay skipping when I'm getting frustrated. That's a good way to do it. I do sometimes regret that I'm so into achievements because it really does hamper my enjoyment sometimes. I'm getting frustrated and just don't want to skip and yes, I'm not sure why I like achievements so much. I guess I'm just a bit of a completionist, so it's very... Sorry, I got distracted. My cat is trying to chase something, but as far as I can tell, she's attacking a scratch on the floor. There's not actually any physical item there. Unless it's a very, very small spider or something. I was going to say it's completionist thing, completely understandable. Yeah, it's so enjoyable to me to see that 100% complete. Like it feels yeah, that satisfaction of having done something absolutely, utterly. Now there's its eye, finally. Put your crystal skull. Ooh.
Is the phoenix.
Well, that's quite a surprise. I did not expect him to talk at all. With so far, that room was much easier than the eagle room. Maybe I'm just getting better at it. Okay, now I need that one. That one. That one. And that one.
From time to time, the serpent's energy had to be renewed with the tolling of the bell. The final ability, the power of the owl, granted the serpent the foresight to use his powers wisely.
It's more of a perfectionist when you're younger. My son is too. It can be hard being a perfectionist, especially when you're not good at anything. like trying to do a polka dot, like just draw some polka dots or paint them, and you just keep seeing patterns. You're like, it's supposed to be random, but you can't because you keep subconsciously putting it in patterns. And I know that's just a trivial thing, but it's definitely something that runs in my family. No one in my family can do polka dots or truly random patterns. We get caught up in making sure that it looks right, like that it is even, symmetrical, all that. And even when we try to make it non-symmetrical, it's I see the sun symbol. Yes, it's not trivial to everyone. Symmetry is very important. I really like asymmetrical designs. I'm not sure why. They just look better to me. They appeal more. Okay, where does the sun key go? Faces of these statues seem to be incomplete. Okay, masks. Okay, so I've got a sun and symbol, shadow opener. Oh, big purple crystal. Use the stones in the circle to adjust stones on a pedestal so they form an owl shadow on the floor. Oh, that's one I haven't really seen before. There are two things I can't stand. It will correct immediately if I'm able, and if I'm not able, will be super bothered by crooked pictures, shells, anything like that. So drawers and cabinets left open for no reason. Yes, that's quite a common. I don't know if you'd call it a compulsion or not, but it's. Yeah, my sisters are a lot like that. I actually put a lot of effort into making sure that I don't get hung up on those things because I can avoid. What am I supposed to be doing with this incomplete symbol? Yeah, I'd say that's pretty common. Like my sister can't eat if she notices, like if we're at a restaurant or something and she notices one of the paintings is crooked and the staff won't fix it or they won't let her fix it, she actually can't eat or concentrate. She gets so agitated about it. Yeah, it's
Thank you for restoring
common
my shrine.
among people I know, at least. But I do know a couple of people who have OCD, and for them, it's far stronger than that.
The serpent and found a way out of the valley. I'm so proud of you.
I'm so glad that everything worked out for the best. We managed to cure Alberto. And what's more, our little monkey friend has shown up again.
Okay, well, I'm very happy that that bonus chapter was the proper ending because that was such an abrupt ending on the main game. Usually, the bonus chapters are things like, you know, prequels, like before this happened, here's the backstory or what have you. But this one was actually the proper ending. Let's see what I got in regards to achievements. Okay, so I'm missing one of those, two of those, and one of those. I did pretty well, considering these are very well camouflaged. Okay, those ones weren't. They were very obvious. So I am a bit surprised that I missed one, actually. Find all collectibles. Find all morphing objects. Okay, so I've only got the collectibles left to get. I've done the morphing objects by the looks of it. Although this says 1 out of... Oh, that's 1 out of 5 pages. Okay, so got all the morphing objects. Just gonna do a replay for the collectibles. Yes, Artifacts Monday are usually... You can usually expect them to be playable, at the very least. Some of them are really good, and some of them are a bit dodgy. But, yeah. Yes, this was quite a quick game for, 3.5 hours for the entire game and bonus chapter. Not as quick as the previous game. The game, number 5 in this series, took me 2.5 hours. So 2 hours for the base game and half an hour for the bonus chapter. Whereas some of the others were more like 5 or 6 hours even. Same. So you get a lot of variety in this series, at least. I'd really be interested in playing the first game if I can find it sometime, somehow. I imagine if they don't have it on Steam, it's either because they're having some sort of legal issues with it, or because it's just so old that they decided not to put the effort in or something. Yeah, definitely getting your money's worth. Let's have a look on the list, see if we can see the one with the evil preacher. Ghost Files 2 Memory of a Crime. Could be the Ghost Files series. Oh, I played that one. That was kind of amusing. Uncharted Tides. I did play that one, or I've got it, I think. I don't think I've played that. That's not a... Oh, okay, that's kind of scary. I'm pretty sure I've played Nightmares from the Deep, though. Enigmatus. That's the one with the preachers. The Enigmatus, yes. Mists of Ravenwood and Ghosts of Maple Creek and such. That's the one, Enigmatus. Yeah, see, there's the evil preacher. So Ghost of Maple Creek is the first one, which makes this the second one where the preacher's locked up. Well, I played that one recently. I don't remember much about it, so I guess it was just kind of meh. I've got that. I'm not sure if I've played it yet or not. Don't quite remember. Oh no, I had played that one. That's a pretty pretty strange one where you have to like go into your own mind and solve puzzles there. Definitely played that one before. Dark Heritage. Oh, that one's so cute. Eventide. I've definitely played some Eventide. Oh, I think I played that one. Sounds familiar. And it was another one of those ones where the bad guy is just so obvious. It's like, oh, a vampire game. And would you look? She's she's dressed like a goth. She's really pale. Her eyes are red. I wonder who the vampire is. Okay. Well, that's it. I've done the game, and I've had a lot of fun talking to you all. So I'm going to raid out to my friend Anxious Yeti. She's not playing a puzzle game, but she's playing something. Loons TD5. Whatever that is. So thank you so much for watching.
How was your stream? How was your day? Tell me everything. Yes, it's Naveen. Thank you so much for the raid. This could be love, cause Bob Marley's playing on the radio. I was doing a hidden object puzzle game and I had some lovely chatting happening, so I thought I'd try out my first ever raid. Oh my gosh, that's wonderful. I'm honored that